Hi there! I've been working on this piece for a while now and I got a lot of questions on how I made these small little candles. So let me show you. It's actually quite easy. Main thing you'll need is plastic rod. This is polystyrene rod. I usually get it from Evergreen, but there's lots of different brands who sell the same stuff. And you can get it in all kinds of diameters, shapes and sizes, which is excellent for model building and scratch building. So I got two sizes. I think this is 1 millimeter and this is something like 0.8. And I used two sizes to get a bit of visual interesting piece. I mean, you can use one size as well, but it'll show. So if you use two sizes, even if you don't really notice it immediately, it does give you some extra detail over using just one size. What you do is the following: you get your two sizes of rods and you make sure that the end is flat, because I cut it off, so this is a bit of a twisted end. And then I take my small drill vise and I drill out the end of the rod. Now for the smallest rod it's okay if your drill is almost as big as the rod itself, that's fine. And you don't have to make a deep hole, just make sure that there's like a dent at the end, like this. And for the other rod you do the same. And I use the same size of drill here. If you think the edge is too thick, you can just move your drill around a bit. But very likely you won't even notice it when it's done. So once you drill out both ends, you just cut a part. And I try to cut them in different sizes, and then you repeat. Another one, a bit more. There we go. Oriented all in the same direction. There we go. And taking some plastic glue. If I say I want to glue everything on here, I'll just pick up a handle, dip it in the glue, and stick it on. That's it. Make a nice random distribution of candles. And while they're drying, you can still just move them around a bit. Alright, so here we have some candles. Now you can already stop here, but there's a second step to it that adds bit more realism, but I have to wait until the plastic glue dries first. So see you in a minute. Plastic glue is dry, these things are stuck, or at least stuck enough. Now what I want to do is let's see if I can get that in focus. If you look at the tops of the candles, there's this candle wax dripping down. And that you can very easily make with some PVA glue, some wood glue. So just get out a bottle of cheap PVA glue, pull out an old brush from somewhere, and the only thing that you need to do is just get some glue and start sticking it to the edges. Now you can be quite rough here, you can make it even quite thick, because if it dries it will thin down quite a lot. And what I usually do is I do this in layers. So I make a layer first, allow it to dry, then make a next layer and a next layer until it's the way I want it to be. And what you can also do is you can try to draw it down a bit so that you have more dripping wax. And the other thing you can also of course do is just add it to the bottom. That also helps it to stick to the surface better. So it's alright. So the nice thing about the PVA is it becomes transparent once it's dry as well. So what you can do is make a couple of layers now, then paint it, just finish it completely, and if you're not completely happy with how it looks, you can add another couple of layers of PVA glue, and it will look quite convincingly like wax because it's transparent. So you don't really need to repaint the candles if you add some extra molten parts to it later. I'll let this dry and I'll show you the results when they're dried. PVA that has dried. Let's see if I can get this in focus. Yeah. So you can see that there's already a bit of a layer near the tops, and it's much thinner than it was when I applied it. So I can leave them like this. I mean, they look quite good already, but I'll just add a small second layer. So there we go, candles. You can repeat this process a couple of times with the PVA glue to get bigger drips of candle wax. But yeah, this is mainly it. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.